What is up? Welcome back to Southern Unscripted. It has been a hot freaking minute since it's just been me and you guys one on one. And I'm kind of excited about it, but I'm always excited about these podcasts. I've missed y'all. I feel like this every other week, bi weekly, um, dropping a new episode is so kind of lame because I enjoy having one each week. But realistically, there's no way I would have freaking survived if I would have had to do that once a week during this incredibly busy freaking November. So today we're just going to do a lot of catch up. We're going to talk about what we have coming. Um, and then we're going to dive into life coaching kind of thing. And just, I'm going to share some stories with you. I know I mentioned before that we were going to talk about this one day. So I was like, you know what? We're going to close out the year with that. And yes, you did hear me correctly. I said close out the year because this is going to be our last episode for 2025. I'm doing this because I really like to, I work heavy in November, and then I really try to slow down in December to where I can be extremely present with my family in those times being, rather than like having to like fit in work in pockets of my holidays. I'm not doing that. It's not important to me. There's no work that's important to me more than being present. And then also it allows me to prepare for what's to come for Southern Unscripted for the beginning of the year. I love reflecting at the end of a year. So like I need all this time to really sit and be still with myself and my mind and reflect on the past year, what I want coming up. I just need this time. I think it's important to me. And the older I get, the better I get at having this boundary of like, nope, I'm saying no to you. I'm saying no to you. So I love Southern Unscripted Nation, but this will be the last episode for 2025. And I encourage all of you to go be with your families and present just as well, because I think it's important at the end of the day. That's all you have. Okay, so we're gonna get started. Just some real quick catch ups in my life because you've been on this journey with me with the podcast since July, which is crazy. And every time I'm a one on one session, I always try to like just tell you what's going on with me. Okay, so we've been super busy. We have listing, staging. Oh my God, the more that I am staging, I'm learning how much I don't love it. It's just so much work. I love making a home look aesthetic, but it's so much work to hurry up and decorate a house in a couple days when it's completely vacant. I mean, I've been decorating my house and I'm living in the same house for 3 years. Imagine trying to like just jam pack that in 2 days, 2 full days, maybe 3, maybe 4. That's a lot. But it works. So you got to do what you got to do sometimes. The design world's been busy too. We have these clients. Oh, that is just so amazing. Sorry, I don't know why I feel so out of breath today. We literally just got back from watching Wicked Part 2, which was pretty good. It was long, but I probably would have enjoyed watching it with my sisters or some shit better than my daughter because she doesn't understand, she's 9. She doesn't understand what's going on. And they started putting in the story from The Wizard of Oz, and I don't think she's ever watched that. So she really didn't know what was going on, but she loved it, because it's the trend. Okay. Sorry, squirrel. And then photography's been busy. Oh my God. Honestly, photography is why we went to bi-weekly, because I just knew there's no way I was going to edit all of this for the podcast and the abundance of photos that I have. So, life is great. Everything's busy. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I prayed for the busyness. If I'm not busy, I'm panicking. I'm like, oh my God, what's going to happen? We need work. And when I'm busy, I'm just tired. I want to sleep. I need a rest. But this is what I prayed for. So I tried to find the positive in it. Quick cheer update, you guys. Oh my God, cheer update. Okay, let me first start by saying I never wanted to be a girl mom. Let's just start there. I never wanted to be a girl mom. And I think I never wanted to be a girl mom for a few reasons. One, I am the fifth of girls. You've met all my sisters last episode. I hope you enjoyed it because we had a good time. It was kind of therapeutic for us too, because it was like we were in our own therapy session. We laughing and loving at the same time. Anyways, um, so I was the fifth, the last of five girls. And my dad really wanted a boy to the point that he was molding me as a boy. He would make me do hunting and fishing and all the shit that I didn't want to do because I I don't know. He even named me a boy name, Ralph. We'll share that with y'all. Of all names, Ralph. And he called me that for a very long time. But it turns out I have male tendencies. I am very masculine sometimes. I am an alpha. I I always got along with the boys more than girls, because they can be some catty snobs, like I just always flocked. I'm somewhat athletic. I never really played sports, played soccer a couple years, but I'm somewhat athletic. I have some masculine in me. Okay. So I think that's why maybe I was like, I just want boys, I don't want all that girly shit. And then lo and behold, I had a girl and I love her. And it has definitely taught me to be much softer and not so masculine. So that's the positive to it. But it's like whenever you have to be in a bunch of, I don't know, the girl environment. So I was like, cheer. I was just like, oh God. But for me, not for her. She loves it. This is what she wants to do. But this is just what I'm thinking, but I have to say, it is fun. It is freaking awesome to watch these little kids. They are so tiny, do amazing stunts and performances. Our first competition we won first place, golden ticket, best stunts. And I was like, okay, this is fun. So we're growing with the cheer moms. Everyone's so nice. It really, and even like the coaches, they did this thing. They each gave him a rock or something and basically was like, hold it, say your prayers. It was something that I needed to see because I was like, okay, this is the environment that I want my daughter to be around. They teach him perseverance, resilience, but also stay humble. And it was something that I really needed to see so where I can be like, okay, we're in the right place. Got it. But I can't believe I'm saying this, a legit cheer mom. That is insane. But even more funny, Kyle is, for the people who know us, they're probably laughing at this because they're just like, I can't imagine. Kyle is a cheer parent, guys. Like that is some funny shit. Okay, what else? Oh, in the midst, we did take family pictures. I want to share this. I almost didn't plan it. Last year I dropped the ball, but this year I'm just like, I couldn't find a photographer. Times didn't sync. I couldn't find, like, it wasn't working out. And I was like, no, make it work. So we figured it out. I brought my tripod. I did all the pictures myself. And like for the first time, because this wasn't the first time I took our own pictures, but for the first time, everyone cooperated. No one gave me lip. Everyone was just, zipped up, patient. No, like we actually had fun. And when I edited the pictures, because what I enjoy about editing pictures is I really am telling the story and I see beyond the pictures because I'm with this family for, 30 minutes to an hour. And I see the chaos. I see them like fussing at their kids. I see them like bribing their kids, pulling the kid together, crying. But then the picture that we take is pretty imperfect, right? So I actually get to spend time and see all of it. But when I'm editing the pictures, you can see that they are a loving family. I mean, everybody has things that happens behind closed doors, but it's just something I can see. But whenever I was editing my own pictures and I know our story in depth, it really warmed my heart because, oh God, don't cry. It just warmed my heart because we've been through a lot. I mean, Caden has young parents, so his life was different than the average, right? But I guess what is average anyways? It made me proud. It made me proud. We have been through a lot, some really freaking hard times, low valleys, and all of us just still, no matter what, we're bonded. And so like being able to edit this these pictures with this story, but I know the story. I was just so proud. And I want to say that because I'm so proud of my family. And of course, I'm biased. Anyways, but in the midst of all of this shit that happened in November, I decided it would be a great idea to paint some fucking nutcrackers. If you follow me on TikTok, you've watched the nutcracker debacle. I really don't know what I was thinking, but let me start here. So, for a girl, all my life, I've always decorated my house. I've always made it look nice. Like Dorinda, we make it nice. Okay, Martha Stewart here. Everything I try to do, I try to make it nice. I love the aesthetic. I love all of those things, right? So, as a little girl, I've always wanted these beautiful nutcrackers in the front of my door. That's what I wanted. But why are nutcrackers $1,200 a piece? Because obviously I need two, right? I need two. So I found some at Sam's that were legit. They were legit for like $3.98 a piece, which is damn good for the cost of nutcrackers, right? And so I bring it to Kyle. They weren't black, but they weren't white. They were like tan. They only had tan. And look, I would legit get any color. It doesn't matter to me at all. I'm just like, and Kyle was like, well, what does it do? And I was like, oh, okay, right. You're right. What does it do? You only put it on the porch for 30 minutes. I mean, 30 days, 30 minutes. It's 30-ish, 40 days. That's why it's got to make sense. The price got to make sense to me because I'm going to buy something that I'll get more use out of than that, for a more higher price. Anyways, the last 2 years, Walmart had this viral nutcracker. They were coming in like fully painted. And then one year it came white and red. And then the next year it was just white. And then this year it was just white too. And I mean, they're like $150. So I was like, man, I could just paint it this way. I can choose the color that I want. I can make it exactly how I want. Very traditional. I could do this. So we thought it was a good idea to buy two nutcrackers. I say we. Kyle has played somewhat a part in this because we made Kyle pay for them. And I had to paint them. And you guys, it was worse than picking nail color for your nails because you already know. Don't act like I have to go in the salon knowing exactly what color I'm getting. Otherwise, I'll never decide. So this was worse than that. I've even made a boo-boo in the thing and I had to retrack and paint black, white. Anyways, I am so glad that shit is over. That ship has sailed. I feel like I have my life together now that the nutcrackers are done. I am never painting them again. They will be this color for the rest of eternity. And this was this was a horrible. I want to say work hard, buy the fucking nutcracker because that was not worth my time. I see people like reselling them on Facebook Marketplace. The same nutcracker that I bought for $500, which I guess, yes, you put the freaking hours and time into it. But I would want to keep that if I painted it all those hours. It took me over a month, you guys, over a month to do this shit. And I'm an over obsessor, so when I start, I can't stop. Like it's all I have on my mind. Like I need to get it done. But yes, okay. So anyways, let's dive into the meat and potatoes. So I know a few episodes back I mentioned life coach, right? But I know that I was like life coach versus counselor. I prefer a life coach. I have done all the things, counselor, therapist. I mean, shit, we haven't even talked about it yet, but I've been to rehab before. So I've done all the things. Okay. I think the difference, this is my perspective, what the difference is. Don't quote me. And if you are a counselor, sorry for you. But I think a counselor can like diagnose you or medicate you, or is that just a therapist? I'm not sure. I think both can do that or whatever. I just find myself when I'm with a counselor, which I guess they're there for advice and guidance. But if I always have someone telling me what I need to do, first of all, I don't do well with anyone telling me what I need to do. I've always been someone that needs to figure it out on my own, and I learn from my mistakes. But when I have someone constantly telling me and guiding me, then I'll feel, which I have codependent tendencies, I'll feel very like I need them. Like it's hard to do life without my counselor. It's hard to whatever, which I guess it's really hard. It's not hard to do life without a life coach. I just love having a life coach. Oh my God. So I guess the revelation that I had of like, why do you want a life coach? It's almost like in a mental state way that it helps me pull out the decision. It helps me really, really dig deep on the discovery or the path, and me having the revelation myself. I think whenever you are doing work on yourself and you can dig so deep within and figure out the answer on your own is way more powerful than someone having to hold your hand, tell you, and guide you. It's like you did more work to figure that out than getting the easy way of somebody just telling you, if that makes sense. So I choose a life coach because they ask questions and make me dig deep, and I find the answer. I always have the answer. They don't. So with that, I discovered that I am always on this self-discovery of like just figuring out what am I doing? What the fuck am I doing? Why am I here? What is all this for? Why do I fucking work hard so much? For what? And why do I have to always like people please and this and that? And like, I need a life coach because why? Why are we doing all this? What is this for? And I think ultimately people will always relate that to purpose. You want to find your purpose. I think we're all here for a reason, but you can't find your purpose if you're carrying a bunch of trauma. And, you know, your parents raise you a certain way and they're like, they mold you in a way that I don't want to say, it's almost like they program you with the best that they knew how to do, you know, but sometimes that's not the right way. Sometimes we'll move with like, I have controlling issues. I have had anger issues. I, you know, running businesses would find myself micromanaging. Like I've had all these issues, but I learned it from my parents, right? Codependency. We go through waves of depression. And I use that word lightly because I don't want to label myself. I mean, shit, I get sad, you know what I mean? But I don't need to be depressed if I'm sad. Another topic, another day. I don't want to go too deep. The point in me saying this is I like someone to help me navigate and unprogram all the things that I was programmed to do that weren't necessarily good for me. So, because we're molded by our parents, the good and the bad. Keep the good, take the bad. But that's the point of me doing like life coach, trying to figure out, am I a good person? But it's true, you know, because I could be a bitch, you know, like I have tendencies where I could, you know, everybody can pop off at some point, but I don't want to be an angry person. I don't want to be bitter. I don't want to, I'm just trying to be cool. Like Luann, we just don't be all uncool, you know? A few examples, you know, of something that I had to unlearn is the control. Like I am controlling. And what's crazy is my husband is controlling too. So when you have two people who are super controlling, ooh, imagine. But we actually have two people who are trying to not be controlling now. And just imagine how lighter the air feels. You know what I mean? Because what are we trying to control anyways? Like what in the fuck are we trying to control? Like, so what if they want to shit, I can't even think. But if they want to do that, or they want to wear that, or they want to, I don't know, I'm having a brain for it, but you get the drift, right? Healing is literally undoing everything that doesn't serve you anymore. So I've kind of been going through this for a while of just trying to like, okay, well, this, no hard feelings. Sorry, I don't want to say this to upset anybody, but I have looked at people in my circle. Do these people serve me anymore? Our lives are different. It doesn't mean that I don't love them. Doesn't mean I can't laugh with them. Doesn't mean I can't hang out with them. Doesn't mean I can't go to dinner with them. Doesn't mean I can't coexist with them, right? But it when everyone's lives start to change and evolve, so do you, And so I'll look at certain groups, certain things, certain people, and I'm like, this doesn't serve me. This doesn't feel right. Man, just protect your peace. And if that's what it means, but do it in a humble way to where you don't need to necessarily hurt anybody's feelings. You just need to do what you got to do for you and like continue to pray for them, continue to love them, continue to, send out good vibes, but you just know sitting with yourself that it doesn't serve you anymore. And honestly, healing and working on yourself is a job in itself. If we got paid to do this, I would be rich as fuck because I have put so much time and money into my growth. Like even when we did my sister's podcast, and I had a sister say that I would be the one that she would call to fight. With my background, yeah, I could totally see that. I would be the one. But like, I truly don't even feel like I could fight. I don't feel like I could fight. No one has gotten me mad, like that mad. So maybe, I don't know. So anyways, I don't want to go on a tangent about that, but I did just want to share that I got a life coach. I love having a life coach. And I found one that I'm like, man, I could just keep her forever. We just talk once a month, It's almost like an accountability partner, right? You just need someone, I feel like a lot of times I'm always helping other people and I'm always encouraging other people. And there's only a few ways that I can keep my tank. What does Vicky call that? Sorry, I've been on BravoCon, so I'm like housewives, everything right now. But she calls it her love tank. So you got to keep your love tank full. And reading books helps. Church for me helps. Life coach. Boom. Love tank is full. We can't be fighting because we are like good with the heart. The heart is pink. It's not black anymore. Okay. But okay, let's shift gears. I just wanted to share life update, life coach. But there's so much that's been happening in the world. So I kind of want to talk about all those things. Okay. I've been watching Dancing with the Stars. Well, pause. Have not been watching Dancing with the Stars, but I keep up with Alex Earl and I really wanted her to win and she didn't win. And I feel like that shit is rigged. I always feel like all these things, halftime show, everything is freaking rigged. Football games are rigged. I don't know. It doesn't sit right with me, but she really did good. And I feel like I want to start dancing now because did you see her abs? Did you see her abs? Because they deserve to dance. Like these abs were popping. I really have been eating so fucking bad lately. I'm like, and once I start on the sweets, I crave sugar. It's an addiction. It truly is an addiction. Once I have the bite, I'm not stopping. We have been going hard since Halloween because we had candy. That's where it starts. I already feel so freaking bad. I need to order my shakes. I need to order my tea. I need to clean out this stomach. I'm going to run a long run on Monday. So yeah, we've got to get it together. But that motivated the shit out of me. We went Black Friday shopping. I got me some new workout clothes and baby, we're going to get some Alex Earl Dancing with the Stars abs because wow. Okay. And then by the time this airs, it'll already be live and I'll 100% already fucking watched it. But P. Diddy documentary that 50 Cent is dropping. I am so excited about this. I've been waiting for this. We didn't know if he was just like talking shit because he always talks shit. But he would say, I have this documentary coming. I swear to God, it better blow my socks off. Because sometimes these things are rigged. They know what they're doing with their marketing skills because of who they are. And then it'll be like the wackest fucking thing. So it better be good. It better be good. I'm still somewhat down the P. Diddy hole because it's just so crazy. I'm waiting for all these other people to be exposed with that. But another documentary that I did just finish was the Murdoch documentary. Oh my God, it was fire. Now this was, let's talk crime. I love true crime. I really do. All of that. Like I'm watching Missing and Dead or Alive right now. The newer one. I love it. I freaking love it. When all this happened. So the first documentary of the Murdoch came out when he was actually going to trial. So from the time that I watched that documentary, I went down the rabbit hole. I watched the entire trial. I was literally one of the investigators. I should have been on jury. Like I was that deep into it. So they did so, but here's the thing. I would watch it with my husband, the new Hulu series that just came out. I would watch it with my husband and he would start asking questions because he knew that I watched the entire whole trial, everything. If there was anything to read about it, watch about it, I did it. And I'd keep reminding him, like, you can't insinuate that all of this on this series is exactly how it happened. But they did do a damn good job at the actor, how he just really like stepped into him and just how they put like the things that he said on the stand, the things that even the scene of how it happened, that was pretty much how it happened. It was so good. After watching it though, I just want to make my assessment of what I think. I always thought he was involved. I always thought he's guilty, right? Always thought that. I just don't know if he did it with his bare hands, but he was there. He knows. He's aware. The only part I don't know. So I think, and then there's something else I think. So either he had help or he did it with his bare hands, but I think he had help because there was no way. I think there was 2 different guns. Anyways, but something is telling me after watching that show, I don't know, this is just side note, that Paul and Maggie don't know who killed them. I think that they had a mask on or they had something that covered them so they don't know who it was. I don't know why I had this thought. Like, I don't know what made me feel like that's a thing. But I want to know what y'all think. So make sure y'all give me some feedback on this and all of the things that we've already brought up. And, okay, holiday chat. I love the holidays. I really do. I love Christmas with my family, like my sisters and all their kids. We go so freaking hard with the games. And I mean, to the point that we are rolling on the ground, dying, laughing. And everyone is coming ready to play. Even my brother-in-law, he is somewhat introvert. He's introvert, extrovert, I guess. He's just quiet, but he even comes to play that day. And I love it. I love it so much. And now that we moved to Texas, we don't get this as often. And I don't think this is the year that we're going to get that. And of course, I'm sad about it, but it's getting harder to go out there when there's so much going on over here. And the reality is, it's like we're trying to build our life out here, you know? So it's hard to step away from that. But the decorations are up, honey. We have been decorating. We have been trying to set the most beautiful tablescape in my dining room area, breakfast nookish, and there's no one there to sit. Caden does sit at the table every day. I'm like, well, look, at least you get a fancy dinner every night. He's like, I can't even use these plates. I just love a tablescape, and I love it to be set up as if it's ready for people to gather, because that's where people gather. It just gives me a warm, fuzzy feeling. Okay. Martha Stewart over here. Like, that's what I live for now. But I need to stop buying shit. I have bought so much shit for that stupid freaking table. I need to pipe it down. Okay. It's getting out of control. Love buying gifts. Gift giving is one of my favorite things to do. My husband is not good at it. He does not like surprising people. He literally just wants to take me somewhere and say, hey, what do you want? So this year, at the very beginning of the year, I created a note that I'm sharing with Kyle and Caden. The notes are called, what are the notes called? The thought of a gift. Anytime you think of something you want, you go put it under your name. So, like for my birthday, they knew exactly what to get me. They had resources. You just have to set them up, guys. You set the men up with the resources, so they'll never ask, they'll never question. You can even add links in there so they know exactly where to go. And I have been receiving some of the most amazing gifts. I am excited to see what they come up with this year, because I will tell you this. I love giving gifts. I do love getting gifts. I don't love when someone asks me, what do you want? Because I don't like to selfishly be like, I want this, I want this, I want this. I think it's rude. I think that's rude for me to just be like, I want this, 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 and this. No, I want you to fucking pay attention so you know what I want. You know what I like. You know all the things. Pay attention, boys. That's all you have to do for the ladies. So my husband's not good at paying attention. He's just not. And I, through all these life coaches, I am learning that I need to accept who he is. And that is that he doesn't pay attention. So I was like, this is me meeting in the middle. I am helping him because if he asks me, what do you want? I'll say, we don't need to do gifts. I don't need anything. I'm good. That will be my answer, because I don't like to tell people what I want. Like, I don't like it. Okay. If I want something, I'll get it myself, or you fucking pay attention. So the list has been actually very helpful. My son went add stuff on the list. I'm like, just add it to the list. So that's a great idea. Families create lists and notes, and they can just add when they think of something, and keep it throughout the year. Because, you have Christmas, you have Father's Day, you have birthdays. Keep it throughout the year, because there's just some things that I won't buy myself. I'll use coffee table books as an example. I want all the coffee table books. And I mean like the good ones. Barnes & Noble's, a coffee table book is usually $120. I cannot justify me spending my own monies for a coffee table book for $120. But I will damn justify spending Kyle's money. So coffee table books is on the list. I would love the fancy coffee table books. I just want I like the books everywhere around. It's not something I would buy myself. So that's a perfect gift, right? But anyways, yeah. So we have the list going. I love traditions. I really do. Like when I'm with my families, I love all the family traditions. Now that we live here, there's going to be our third Christmas in Texas. And we kind of started a tradition here with my aunt and my mother-in-law. And I'm loving this tradition. And I'm so excited to announce that my in-laws are coming back this year for this Christmas. So I'm just so freaking excited. So every year, it's been 2 years. This is our third one. But we kind of just started, they wanted to come for Christmas Eve, just so she can see Marley, the Santa, the morning we wake up, the whole thing. I get that, So she came, but whenever she came, we did like the Christmas Eve mass, which was beautiful. We were crying. It was so beautiful. And then we go to Tommy Bahama's. Caden was working there. That's why we chose Tommy Bahama's. But we go to Tommy Bahama's, we dine in, and we have a jolly old time. And Market Street is so nice for the Christmas vibe. And so they came back the next year and we did it again. And they're coming back this year and it's already on the books. We're doing it again. And I am just so excited. It's a new tradition that I am really loving. But some of the other traditions that we've had ever since Caden was a baby, I'm not really sure when we started this, but we don't do anything Christmas Day at all. And I hope that my kids can start sleeping here Christmas Eve when they have their children. Like I'm trying to make this the tradition for the end of time. But we don't do anything Christmas Day. We wake up, we either have mimosas or we spike our coffee and we cook a huge breakfast and we stay in our PJs and just play with all the toys and sit in the Christmas mess in the living room. And we've been doing this for years, even back in Louisiana. And it's one of my favorite things to do. I really do love, because it's like you wake up, you do all this Christmas shit, you buy all these presents, you go above and beyond, you stay up all night. Sorry, I don't want anyone to hear. And then it's like, and then you wake up and you have to hurry up and get dressed and get out of there Christmas Day. I'm like, no, I'm going to sit still with my family and be still. And I just pray and hope that as, Caden gets married and Morley gets married, years to come, that they bring their families and they sleep at my house Christmas Eve and it's always the same. Or, we travel places, but whatever we do, we're always together. Christmas Eve night, they sleep with us and we wake up and have that Christmas morning tradition. I can only pray that's what it's like. But I would love to hear what y'all traditions are. It's so cool how families are all so different. And there's just these little things that just mean so much to them. Christmas, for whatever, since I've moved here has mean more to me, I guess, because I don't have my sisters every year. And so it means more to me to the point that I even want every Christmas decor in my house to give nostalgic. It just feels like old Christmas growing up. I don't know. I'm kind of cheesy. I get it. I just love Christmas. But man, and then some other traditions when I'm with my sisters, obviously we always have to play these freaking games. We have so many good memories of these freaking games. Everyone in my family is competitive and we're all fucking loud. So everyone's screaming and yelling and we are dying laughing, especially when my brother-in-law comes out to play. Cause when he comes out to play, it's funny. And we did this one, he's like, where you have to stomp on the balloons. The balloons are on the ankles of other people. And it's kind of like you're wrestling to pop all the people's balloons. He's so short and he just kicked his leg. I don't know. It's just, I think of all these games and these things we've played. It's just so funny and fun. You got to play a game for Christmas. I mean, what fucking family? Well, sorry. I know a bunch of families that do this. And I'm like, you just go and sit. You just go and sit and have a cocky for Christmas? No, man, we got to throw down. We got to have laughs. We got to make memories. We're coming to compete. We bring presents for the winners. We are going all out and we're doing it big. And man, it's fun. I also have learned that the holidays can be stressful and sad for people. I get sad sometimes, I don't have my dad. My dad was big on Christmas. He loved it. I always feel like something happens in my family, Thanksgiving, Christmas time, every single year. And sure enough, something happened this year. Alice fell. My mother fell. She hurt her knee, broke her leg, scuffed her head, a whole thing, which she's okay. She's doing well. It's just I feel like something always happens, there's always that stress and that pressure around the holidays. That's why I enjoy sitting still Christmas morning. We're not going to hustle and bustle and go if we don't fucking want to. And you can tell Patricia and Sally over there that you don't want to go over there, or you can tell them that you're not making the mac and cheese because you know what? You just didn't feel like it this year. All right. It's okay to say no and just let go. It's really more about the moments and sitting still with your family than some people want to go to every Christmas party, and which I love a good Christmas party too, especially for the outfit, right? But if it doesn't fit, it doesn't fit, right? We almost put the pressure on ourselves more than other people put on us. I mean, you got to learn to shut freaking scaring up and say, to the back of the bus, we're not doing all of this. So I do want to encourage you, don't, at some point in your life, you remember at least one Christmas that was good, jolly. Go back to that. What was it like then? Was it more, chill? And, some people, as we grow older, we start to lose siblings, family, grandmothers, grandfathers, parents. And so that's where it does get more challenging. But I can tell you, I felt lonely for Thanksgiving because I had so much work. I couldn't go back home. And I had a friend who was like, well, why don't you just come spend Thanksgiving with us? And it still feels weird. Like you're kind of going into somebody else's family and you don't know these people. It's not as comfortable if you're with your family. But I am so glad that she did that and we went, because it would have been lonely just sitting home. I mean, like, I love my family, but the holidays are for like the family, not just like your intermediate sit with your husband and kids at home kind of thing. So it was a distraction. We had a good time. It was actually fun. And if you have people around you, as you're starting to lose more people or feel alone, there's someone near that would be happy to have you. So try to stay close to those people. And then, another tradition that the world is doing that I freaking despise, this fucking elf on the shelf. We have got to stop it, guys. This is out of control. First of all, we're already lying to our kids about Santa, okay? It's a lie. Let's face it, it's a lie. Like, we just want them to be good. So we're going to tell them we need it. It's so, if you really think about it, it's so fucking stupid. But the elf is worse because it's just like I have to do all these magical things throughout the night. I'll be laying in my bed at 2 a.m. like, holy fuck, I didn't get up and do the damn elf. Let me go do that so my kid doesn't catch me in this other lie. It's ridiculous. It's out of control. When these elves first came out, Caden was probably 8 years old. That's how old these things are too, by the way. Caden was 8 and I was like, oh, this is fun. And we did all the things, like the elf toilet papered the house. Like, we did all the fun things. But I couldn't wait for it to be over because it really becomes a job. And then when I had Marley, I was like, I'm never bringing that elf in my house. I'm never doing it. I think it's stupid. It's a lot of work. 8 strong years, you guys. 8 strong years we kept that thing out of here. And she would come to me and be like, well, my friend has an elf and this and that. And I'm like, girl, only bad kids have that. Like, they have those watching them because they need extra eyes because they are cutting the fuck up. Okay? You are so good, angel baby. You are just so good that we don't need that. We don't need it. But she bought it for a few years, but like the most last year that we could do this, she was just like, but my friends are really good. They're good in school. They're all very well behaved. So last year was the first year. And now they have kits where you can buy these kits and, it's like you just pick one out the box and it's basically already done for you. You don't even have to think about anything. So I did that, made it easier, but still forgot it. Couldn't wait to get rid of it. And here we go. December 1st is just a couple days away. Well, this is probably going to air after December 1st. But I am not excited, but you best believe I'm buying another 21-day set kit. And we're going to go in. But I think the whole elf thing is absolutely ridiculous. And we need to make it stop. We got to stop lying to our kids. I mean, there's morals that's way more important than us saying, hey, you better be good. When you know damn well you still buying the expensive shit for your kid. It's just like, it's out of control. We need to humble these children. Because let me just let y'all know, I got coal in my sticks, coal in my stocking. And it was a nice printed letter from Santa himself to let me know how hideous of a child I was that year. Like I was just the worst child, and I was not treated well that year. That's literally all it took. And I promise you I was good the following year. So we need to scale back, you guys. We need to scale back. And also, I just want to say that's fucked up that my parents did that to me. Like really screwed up, because I wasn't that fucking bad. Jesus. And I hope my sisters are listening to this, because the older ones played a role in this. They're probably the ones that typed that fucking letter. But anyways, okay, matching PJs. Y'all, we talked about me matching before. I don't like matching. But I think I would like a matching PJ with my little girly pop daughter. I think I would. It starts to get out of hand with the guys. The guys, they just wear drawers. Our guys, at least, just wear drawers. They don't really have PJs. They don't. So I'm just like, that's kind of gay. But yeah, I think don't come for me since I'm like, we're not matching, that I'm saying now would match. I already told y'all that I make my own rules. I break my own rules. And sometimes I follow my own rules. These rules that I make, by the way, these judgmental rules are only for me to follow. You don't have to follow them. They're just for me. Fake tree or real tree? I love real trees, but I can't even keep plants alive. So that would be a disaster, because y'all, do not unplug my tree. I keep the lights on for the entire, 40 days? The entire 40 days. We might turn it off 5 out of the total, but I keep that sucker on all night. I want it to be Christmas 24/7. When it's the lights are off, it's dim. So if I had lights on a real tree that I wasn't keeping alive, we would probably not have a house. Do they have Christmas parades in Houston? I'm just like, I'm thinking back for just fun tradition. We had a Christmas parade in our town. I would love to know. I'll have to do the research on that. Christmas parades in Houston. I'd be down to do that. And I love all the Christmas movies and like the Grinch, Elf. You got to watch the good ones. By the way, did y'all see that they're making a new Grinch? It will probably be out 2026 Christmas time. Cannot wait. I love a good sequel. And I think that's really all I have today, you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Just a reminder. Well, first and foremost, I have to say, as we're going into the month of heavy reflection, I have to say thank you so much for sticking through me, even in this busy season where we went through every other week. Especially the ones who have listened from start to finish. The support, the overflow of the support that I have gotten, I can't even put into words how grateful I am. I genuinely enjoy doing this. I am going to hone in in December and really like just put my head down and think about all the episodes to come in the first of the year for 2026. And we're starting off strong the first year, so make sure you bring your ears to listen, because I'm going to come in strong on just like ways that you can set the tone for the year and all the things. But thank you for sticking with me. I love this. I hope this grows much bigger than me. I genuinely hope and pray that, and I know that I couldn't do it without y'all. Give me the feedback. You guys have been really good at giving me feedback, telling me what you wanted to hear, telling me some good topics maybe. We had a few wild confessions. I didn't get as much as I would like this year, but that's no problem. Maybe that's not the direction we're going, and I'm totally okay with that. I am just super grateful, but keep it coming. Keep the feedback coming. I want to hear what you got to say. I want to hear what you love. I want to hear what you hate. I want to hear maybe, topics, guests, all the things. Bring it to me. we also have our Mardi Gras ball coming up in January. So we're going to be going heavy into that the beginning of the year too. Super excited about that. I'll hope to have some Mardi Gras guests for that as well. This isn't just my show. This is our show. I am nothing without the fans. The fans, is that so gay to say? But you are fans. And I'm, especially the ones who at least watch from start to finish. If you're new here, welcome. I'm nothing without y'all. This is our show. And I want to make sure that we grow together. So send me all the things. If you had any like healing stories you want to share from you, maybe experiencing life coaches and all the things that we talked about today, just the documentaries, the working out and getting Alex Earl abs, just send me all of it. Share it. I am prepping for 2026 episodes, and you know the drill. Subscribe on YouTube. Please subscribe on YouTube, and please follow on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. And most importantly, share this with a friend. If there's anything that you've heard in an episode, share it immediately, text it to friends, share it on Facebook, wherever you can. Help me get it out. Thanks for catching up with me. I hope I didn't rant too much, and I don't know if I added any value today, but I can tell you that I just needed to catch up with my girly pops and tell y'all what's to come. Let y'all know this is the last one for the year. I hope and pray that y'all all have the most amazing December. I hope everyone gets big bonuses. I hope you get to spend so much time with your family and friends and really soak it up, your kids. And I pray that everyone, reaps all of the benefits from the things that they have been sowing throughout this year. And we are going to close this year out with nothing but love. And that's really it, honestly. Thank you so much. I will see y'all. Let's see, what is it? We will see y'all January 2nd, literally the 2nd. And I'm going to bring the heat for the new year. I love y'all so much. And thanks for tuning in.